Welcome back to KREM 2 News tonight as we head into the rest of this evening. A lot of people looking at this winter weather and thinking it's being a real Grinch.
Yes, and I was lamenting to Cody a bit earlier about the fact that I just cannot answer all of the emails and messages and phone calls. I am sorry, I'm not going to be able to get to everyone, but the message that I'm going to tell you is that your best shot for getting to the west side, if you are driving, is going to be waiting until late tomorrow night. That is it. That's all I can say.
And that's all because we're tracking not only snow, we've had the cold, but freezing rain is moving in.
Yeah, and that's just going to make travel a nightmare through much of the day tomorrow. So just because I'm not calling you back or messaging or emailing doesn't mean I haven't seen it and doesn't mean I'm not working on it. And I'm doing everything I can to find a silver lining here, but at some point we just have to be realistic about the forecast. Snow turns to freezing rain and then eventually rain as we move through the weekend. And it's all about our current temperatures. We've been below zero for a couple of days. And right now we're up near the single digits. We're going to continue to warm up here in the next couple of hours, but the cold in place now plays a role in what happens. Sure, it's snow, but eventually all of that warm air overrunning our cold ground means that what falls is going to fall as water. As it enters the cold atmosphere, it then freezes. As it hits something, it then solidifies into ice. So winter weather advisories remain in effect through tomorrow, and forecast models have snow continuing this evening, but notice what happens. It's snow for us. It's snow heading up the Cascade Crest, but you hit the top, it is freezing rain. You head over into the west side, it's rain falling on the freezing rain that fell there yesterday. Notice what happens by tomorrow morning. It is widespread ice. Ice through central Washington, ice along the east side of the Cascades, ice here in Spokane, and rain freezing as it falls down across the Palouse. That ice continues along the Cascades through much of the day tomorrow, through Coeur d'Alene into the latter half of the morning, and then we'll get another push of moisture, and this right here is all ice. This is likely still ice because our ground is so cold, and as rain falls on it, it is just going to freeze instantly. Not until, I told Tim Pham, I said 5 o'clock tomorrow might be your window for leaving Spokane and getting to the west side, because all of this ice will start to melt, and then there's your window moving over to the west side, because by Sunday it is rain across much of the region. So what's your window? After 5 p.m. tomorrow, maybe. Check mountain passes. It is going to be bad. An additional 1 to 2 inches, pretty widespread when it comes to snow, but as it changes over to ice, notice by 7 a.m. tomorrow, it takes over much of central Washington. By the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, some places pick up more than 1/10 of an inch. I always say 1/10 of an inch of ice is enough to put on the ice skates and take off down the street. That is the kind of ice we could be talking here in Spokane. When it comes to the next few days, we do eventually warm up and melt all of it, and that comes with temps up near 40 degrees, but that Tuesday, Wednesday time range, it looks like we could be getting the better part of 1 inch of rain in that time. On top of all this snow means that we're talking ponding, flooding, and eventually just a total nightmare with all that water.